Hey traders, it's Rod with POW Group. Today is Thursday, November 5th. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth. In today's video, we're going to discuss just a quick video update on Cronos Group and their earnings that came out today. So you can see that we were up big on the news. We closed 16.70% higher today, and we changed the daily trend with a low, high, higher, low, and higher high. So we'll jump into their earnings in just a second, but before we do, make sure to smash like, hit the subscribe, and tick the bell to be notified on any future updates. So we saw that the EPS came in with a beat of 0.19 cents, so 25-cent beat, and revenue was 11.36 million versus 11.1 million forecasted. And just taking a look here now at there was an article posted here from greenmarketreport.com, and not the most clearest report that I've ever seen, but you can see that they reported a revenue of 11.4 million, increased by 5.6 million from the third quarter in 2019. Stock was moving higher, beat the analysts' expectations on EPS by 25 cents. In addition to earnings, Kurt Schmidt was named president and CEO. The company said the increase was due to continued growth in the adult use Canadian cannabis market and the inclusion of Redwood acquisition in the financial results. So I'll let you guys read this in its entirety, but essentially they beat on EPS, beat on revenue. Still not the greatest. They launched some new products as well, hemp-derived CBD skincare, a personal brand called Happy Dance in partnership with Kristen Bell, yada, yada. I did notice that there was a lot of sales on as well for spinach products at local Fire and Flower, and they were giving away a bunch of merchandise. I actually won some merch from them too, so pretty cool. We'll see. Personally, I don't find their revenue very impressive. Hexo, for example, would be considered a lower tier for the most part in terms of the overall sentiment. Most people would consider CRON as a bigger player. Altria, Marlboro Cigarettes owns them, so a lot of people would consider these a bigger player, but Hexo had over doubled that in revenue, and the kicker there was the EPS. So Cronos had positive EPS, whereas Hexo is still losing, and they're on their way to profitability, but just very odd that that Cronos is still only making 11 million in the quarter. I would have expected a lot more. I do own some CRON though, and it was up big today. Like I said, over 16%. CGC up over 10%. Aurora short squeeze in full effect up over 40% today. Hexo is up 17%. I just did a video on Hexo. You can check that out. So I'm going to keep this video short and sweet and focused on Cronos. So we did have huge daily volume. Obviously, we're seeing a bullish reaction to their earnings, the EPS beat and revenue beat. We're also seeing daily trend changes. We're seeing Biden leading in the election and hype in the space in general. So bulls certainly pleased with the earnings reaction and the positive reaction, and the earnings beat was just a great timing with the market as well. Great timing with the market, seeing SPY near all-time highs, great timing with Biden winning the election and closing in on that 270 electoral votes. So everything is in the bulls' favor right now. On the monthly though, just gonna delete a couple lines here. So on the monthly, we had a low, high, higher, low, higher, high. I do need to see more of a monthly higher low, and that was basically all the same move though. So we're just looking for a monthly higher low, and then if we can get above the 813 level, then that would confirm a monthly uptrend. So it's all about the 813 level, and we'll see how much more hype we can get into the election results. And if the Democrats gain the Senate as well, which I believe it's tied right now, it could easily translate to hundreds of percentage gains in the US and Canadian MJ sectors. But you can see here we changed the weekly trend with a low, high, higher, low, higher, high. So new weekly higher low is set at 517, and bulls have the earnings reaction to thank for that. Like I said, weekly uptrend looking to change the monthly trend, daily uptrend. Taking a look at the hourly, we're in an hourly uptrend, but we haven't formed an hourly higher low in quite some time. So I would be expecting, we are just about overbought as well on the hourly. So I would be expecting, we have an inside bar forming in the after hours, but we did have an inside bar bull break in the end of the day and a little bit of a fake out. And we'll see if there's any hourly consolidation to begin the day tomorrow. But like I said, if we do start to consolidate, it's just healthy at this point, and we'll look to form an hourly higher low and keep an eye out for a potential of an hourly bull flag, because generally we'll see that move play out time and time again. But we did, especially after a huge move up, but we did change the 5-minute trend bearish into the end of the day. So hourly consolidation could be underway, and we'll see how we open tomorrow. Taking a look at the weekly chart on CRON. So CRON well above the 10-week moving average, and the MACD and the stochastic trending up as well. So that's bullish, very, very bullish on CRON weekly chart. The daily chart, we are now above the 50, 100, and the 200-day moving average. MACD crossing bullish as well on the daily. Let's take a look at the weekly moving averages. The 50 weekly moving average, we are now above. We're closing in on the 200 weekly moving average at 761. And the 100 weekly moving average at 1020. So could potentially eye 761. We also have prior resistance at 813 as well. So I'd be looking to those two levels around the $7.50 to $8 mark as a potential target. And congrats to the bulls. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys in terms of CRON. I'm going to do another daily market recap video, and I'll go over the short squeeze and the hype in the MJ sector that we're seeing right now. So stay tuned for my next video. Make sure to tick the bell. You'll be notified each time I go live, and smash the like. I would appreciate the support, and consider subscribing to the channel. Best of luck for the remainder of the trading week. We have one more day. So it's going to be a very important weekly close. We could potentially see the weekly candle, the highest close ever on the S&P 500. So certainly going to be an interesting close to the week. So congrats to the bulls once again. Let me know in the comments below if you own any CRON, what your game plan is, and if you plan to hold for the long term. I'm planning to hold mine for the long term as well. So not too affected by the move today, but I did buy the dip, and we'll look to add on hourly higher low as well. So with that, have a great day, everyone. Take care, and we'll talk to you on the next update.